gentlemen, and whoever or whatever you identify as, welcome back to the Shed of Dread, and welcome to another video. Right then, just to annoy those people who seem to think that I just spend my time doom-mongering about Doctor Who, which I don't. As I said, I really do hope that it'll be great again, but I will always bring to attention those things that need to be brought to attention. And as I said, this is not me telling you you shouldn't watch Doctor Who. I won't tell you what to do. It's your choice, freedom of choice. You do as you wish. All I'm doing is, as I have always done, which is just bring to your attention some things that I find a little bit worrying, a little bit concerning, hopefully proven wrong, etc, etc. So, even though some people say you shouldn't do it because you shouldn't be bringing it down, it's bringing itself down, and that's what I'm trying to talk about. It's as with all my videos on Doctor Who, I hope I'm wrong, but at the moment, every time things go, what I thought was going to be good is becoming lower and lower and lower. And I've done a fair few videos on it, and I'm sure I will. But as I said, it doesn't matter because I shall be watching. You'll be interested to see. But let's bring on a few more bits of information that are still managing to prove that my initial concerns may be correct. That things aren't going to be what we think they are. Couple of little things to react to. Obviously goggles on, so I can't read them. Now, Neil Patrick Harris, stunning, brilliant actor. Absolutely love Neil Patrick Harris. I mean, obviously we all know he's a gay actor, but plays things brilliantly. Known him since he was little Doogie Howser MD, which was just a great little show back then. I really like Neil Patrick Harris, and his work speaks volumes for him. He's really enjoyable, and he plays straight men. How I Met Your Mother, he plays a womanizing man who, you know, but he's gay. But of course, in the messed up world, he shouldn't really be doing that, should he? Because only gay people should play gay people and only straight people, which is just a load of rubbish, because he's a prime example of how that rule is just a load of bullshit. Yep, it's silly. So in any case, he's in the 60th. He's playing the Toy Master, I think. We're presuming that he's in it, and he looks fantastic, and it's going to be great. Now, he's done an interview with Variety magazine. I'm not going to go through the whole article, it's all about this, but the very interesting thing that was said was about the fact that he's met Ncuti Gatwa. He knows him in any case of Sex Education because he was had a bit part in that. But it also shows that if he was speaking to Ncuti and he was doing the 60th, Ncuti was clearly there. Perhaps it's to do with the regeneration, we don't know, even though apparently the 60th is going to be 3 parts. It's all confusion, as is always the way with the world at the moment, but you know, we'll just go on. So in any case, he was chatting away, and it was this, that and the other, and it's this line that's caused some issues. Now, I'll read the line and then I'll say you what I think possibly, because it is important to think. And he goes, I got to meet and interact with Ncuti a bit, and he's glorious. He'll be the first gay Doctor, which is going to be super cool, a sexier Doctor. Now, before you all jump down my throats, of course, there's 2 ways to interpret this. The one way is the fact that he's worked with Ncuti, he knows Ncuti is gay, and he could mean it as in he's going to be the first gay person to play the Doctor. Which is fine. It certainly is. Not a problem. But he didn't say that. He didn't say he'll be the first gay person to play the Doctor. His words were, he'll be the first gay Doctor. Now, as you said, I've got no problems with anything. I've said it 1,000 times before. If homosexuality to me isn't an issue, it shouldn't be an issue. It never will be an issue. If it makes people happy, I'm really happy for them. I'm really happy for anyone. But everybody deserves to be happy in this life, and that's absolutely the God honest truth. But we've had the shoehorning in of the Doctor and Yasmin's relationship. Now, is that going to be done in the centenary to be carried on and then ultimately be something to fruition, and therefore we get a gay Doctor? Because the sexuality of the Doctor, and this is one people go, oh, you don't like the was it Thasmin or whatever, because it's because it represents, it's nothing to do with that. It's the fact that the sexuality of the Doctor has never been an issue. Also, we could draw the fact that, of course, he is also married to River Song, but of course, we all know that canon means nothing. So there is potentially two ways of looking at this. I personally am going to go with the it's because he knows Ncuti's gay and therefore he's going to be the first gay person to play the Doctor. A sexier Doctor. Well, I mean, you could argue that with Matt Smith and David Tennant. So I'm not going to go down the potential rabbit hole of saying the Doctor's going to be gay. I'm going to say it was that. I'm going to give him the leeway of saying that's what he meant, because of course we don't know exactly what he meant, and statements like this will always be open to interpretation. But you can already see on on the old Facebook and Twitter and that people are taking it as the second way, and it's not going down very well. Of course, not that it should make any difference, but in this case it really does, because the character has never been set up like that before, unless that's the whole point of the Thasmin thing. But we'll have to wait and see. So we've got that. And then I've already covered previously on the same video I was talking about Russell T Davidson, he's speaking, is the fact that about Yasmin Finney, who went on a trans pride march and was basically using Doctor Who as a platform for trans rights. Now, this is what she's recently said. Yasmin Finney on a role in Doctor Who is such a surreal moment. I'm hoping with everything I'm doing Doctor Who. With Heartstopper, I get to open doors. Not only for me, but for other queer people. Right, since when did queer become an acceptable word again? Because back in the 70s and 80s and early 90s, that was the worst thing you could call anyone who was homosexual or gay. But we seem to have like now, oh, everything's queer. But no, it genuinely annoys me when people use that word. Who want to be industry, because we all deserve a seat at the table. No, you don't deserve, you have to earn your seat at the table. And I'm going to say it's really heartfelt thing. The character I get to play is like Ellie in the sense that she's finding her feet, but she's younger than Ellie. Rose is still finding her feet in terms of her identity, and the storyline is so fluid and beautiful. So right, what we're doing is we're doing it again. Instead of just showing the characters they are, we're making the character be something, to represent something. And she carries on. I remember watching The Runaway Bride with Catherine Tate and David Tennant, and Russell's most iconic episode to me back in the day. I remember watching it when I was 11 or 12 and thinking I'd love to be part of that. And here I am as a queer person, no, as a gay person, or as a trans person as well. So it really speaks volumes of the way the industry is going. Yeah, but is the industry going that way because it's the right thing to do, or is it going that way because it's all to do with diversity and inclusion, which is neither diverse or inclusive? Russell is incredible. He's like my on-set dad. He makes me feel so welcome, so warm, and he has so many incredible stories. He's full of life, and I genuinely admire him so much. His career is so inspiring to me, and I look up to him, which is fair enough. I mean, to be fair, I've said on many times that Russell T Davies' volume of work has been stunning. And you just can't argue with that. But what we've got here is another example where instead of just being the character, we're having to make like we deserve a seat at the table. No one deserves anything in this life. You have to earn stuff. You shouldn't just be able to go, oh, I'm trans, therefore give me a seat at the table, or I'm gay, give me a seat at the table. We all have our seats at our own individual tables, and we've all had to earn those seats. And this is the problem with diversity and inclusion programs. It's just giving that person a seat at the table because of what they are, not who they are. Not what they've done, but who they are and what they represent and what box they tick. And this never ends well. The BBC recently just said that it's got women missing because if it's gone too far on the trans. It's going to fall apart. So Yasmin is basically now, this is the second time now where she's actually basically using her role in Doctor Who to promote trans because we deserve to be there. Well, you don't. You've got to earn your right to be there. And if you keep your mouth shut, play the character without any of this background stuff and just get on with it, maybe you'll earn your place at the table. As I said, these things worry me, and they worry me because it's this underlying bubbling thing that a lot of people just don't really want to sort of look at because they're still wrapped up in this excitement that Doctor Who's going to be awesome again. And you're leaving yourselves open to where you can see where people are using Doctor Who to push an agenda again. You see, because if you say anything against this, I mean, they've got a perfect answer like all these programs do. If you say anything against Shooty Gatwan, you're going to be homophobic and you're going to be racist. You say anything against Yasmin Finney, you're going to be homophobic or transphobic and racist. Because you're not allowed to have that opinion. And I know a lot of people think that I shouldn't be talking about these things and bringing these things to attention. I should just ignore it and bask in the opportunity that we're all going to be great and Russell T Davies is going to make a great Doctor Who and everything's going to be super and you should just sit back and let it happen. I will be watching. Of course I'll be watching. I'd like it to. I just hope it's going to be great. I really do. But the problem is I can't just sit by and pretend that none of this is being said and none of this is happening without taking to my YouTube channel and Twitter and Facebook and just pointing it out. Knowing full well that some people will see me as a racist or a transphobe or a homophobe or whatever ism or whatever else you want to throw at me, when in reality I'm just reporting what people are saying. I'm not telling you, and I never would tell you what you should think that means. As I said, I've said it in the first one, I think that Neil is just saying that because he's a gay guy who's playing the Doctor and we're going to be the very first gay person to play the Doctor. And I presume that's what he means. Benefit of doubt. But you can also see where other people are coming from. And then you got Yasmin going on about the fact that, yes, she's in the... But it's all... For her, it's not about the role. It's about what that role represents. And the fact that people should just be given seats at tables because of who they are, not what they are, and what they've done to earn that seat. We all do it. We all have to earn our place in society. We all have to earn things. Respect is not automatically given. Respect has to be earned. I can't just like rock up and say, I don't know, let's say to Az from Hills versus Babyface, I deserve a seat at your table. And if he goes, why? Well, because I've got more hair than you. Yeah, but he's not going to accept that. And there are many times in life where you just can't accept the fact. You can't just rock up, sit down and go, hello, I'm welcome there, because everybody will go, well, who are you? Oh, well, you see, I'm a trans activist or actress or whatever, right? So I deserve a seat here. Why? Because I am. But what have you done to earn the seat? Oh, nothing. I just tick the box. As I said, I am hoping, I do genuinely, I know some people probably don't think it, and people are just saying, oh, you're just doing it to bring it down. I do genuinely hope that I'm wrong. I do genuinely hope that after the 60th, because the 60th is going to be great, because it's David Tennant now, it's going to be good. We all know that. It's overshadowed the centenary special. It's going to be good. But I'm all hoping the new series, because we all know that the 60s is going to be that the transition period between the old and the new. Yeah, it's going to be that filler, which is going to be great. So it gets people to be interested. And I can't deny that people aren't interested in Doctor Who again. But it's after that when we get the new series with Russell doing his Doctor. Yeah, not relying on old Doctor to build the transition up. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it turns out to be the greatest series. I hope that I will be able to sit here and do reviews of those episodes and do nothing but enthuse about how wonderful it was. Because that would be refreshing. But with this stuff bubbling underneath, and if you could be really truly honest with yourself and just stop and think, you have to be slightly concerned that this isn't exactly what you were expecting to read or hear or have constantly mentioned. I mean, I know some people are probably thinking, oh well, you'll be happy doing. You'll be happy if it all turns out to be right. You know, you were right, and this is what's happened. No, nothing that wouldn't give me any pleasure whatsoever. But I can't be a hypocrite, and I can't sit by and ignore things. But you know what? What the hell do I know? I'm just a fat bloke sitting in his shed surrounded by his toys, but you let me know what you think. Comment section down below. You all know what to do by now, and if you don't, why not? If you enjoyed this video, you could do what Dave the Hand here is doing and give me a massive thumbs up like that. Yeah, thank you, Dave the Hand. You could share it if you want other people to see it. That would be nice. I keep forgetting to say, you can share these things if you want, even if it's so other people can just go look at the fat bloke and call me names. Whatever. If you enjoy what you see and you want to see some more, hit the subscribe button. It's going to be located down there. Right there. Sorry, my hand was a bit lower than the camera then. It's right there. There's a little arrow telling you. And as it says, it's free. Just click on that. It doesn't cost you anything. You're in. If you've done that and you want to get to notification I've done another video, there's a bell that will be next to it. And you click on it like that there. And you should get a notification from YouTube of another video. I'm not promising. I'm not guaranteeing. Anything's possible. I mean, like, you could do that and then YouTube turn you off, which is very helpful of them. Any case, with that, and as always, and until the next one, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sitting and listening to me point these things out. Whether you agree or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just my opinion and me just bringing you the information as I see it. And if you enjoy that and you've subscribed and you ding the bell, and you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and all the links are down below. Don't forget I've got a gaming channel as well, Gobby Gaming. Yeah, I do that as well. Not as often as this, but I do. Then I'll be eternally grateful. And with that, I shall look forward to seeing you, hopefully, in the next one.